compound coach for the juniors. They must be pleased from this morning. How are you, John?
I'm really good, thank you, Chris. Yep. Here we are in Nîmes again in the pressure cooker finals arena. I like to think about this as a beautiful, clean venue. We tour our shop first. And we've got an awesome lineup of matches coming out this afternoon.
Kicking off with Sarah Sonningsson from Denmark on target 1. And her bronze medalist opponent fighting off for bronze from Spain is Andrea Marcos.
Yeah, these two ladies have both shot fantastic this weekend. They've shot some big scores, turned some people over with some outstanding shooting. So Jonathan qualified 8th on 586 and Marcos qualified 3rd on 588. So you can see how tight the brackets are here. They've got 2 points and 5 places there.
Incidentally, the cut for the compound women was 575 points. There were 3 ladies that had got that score, so there was a 3-way shoot-off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the level goes up every year here. And the athletes love coming here, but they always say that this is probably harder to win than a World Indoor Championship.
Absolutely, yeah, because there's no restriction on how many people can shoot from any country. So Jonathan shot a 145 for her first round, a 148 against Paige Gore in the second round, and then she shot a 147 over to defeat Sarah Preels by 4 in the quarterfinals. Big win that. Yeah. Preels has been winning.
She's been shooting very well. Yeah. 591.
Yeah, she was the #1 seed. And Jonathan came up against Yezin Bostan in the semi that she lost by 1 point, 145, 144. So Marcus, Andrea, she shot a 147 and won that on a shoot-off with a 10. So then she shot a 145 and won another shoot-off with a 10.
That's good shooting. And she starts proceedings here in the women's bronze medal match.
Absolutely.
10. Nice way to open up.
Absolutely. You need to, when you're leading off, you've really got to start with a 10. Put the pressure on your opponent all the way. She was a long hold on that shot. You could see she wasn't stable. So a chance for Jonathan to open up a lead. Nope.
Both these girls very experienced, used to the finals scenario.
Yeah, they've both shot in many finals, haven't they, in the last 12 months? So.
And a 9, 28.
And a 9 from Marcos, 28. No, so all square.
Out. Just remember, this is 2 centimeters in diameter, this little 10. That's 18 meters away. It's a hard thing to hit.
It's really small. And there's a lot of 9 around it.
Both of these girls got very experienced coaches. Linda Ochoa Anderson there, advising Andrea, and then Sarah Sonningsson in her corner. She's got Martin Damsbo.
Martin Damsbo. That's it. Yeah, he's regularly out there with Sarah in finals. So experienced, Martin Damsbo. He's been on the international scene for ever.
And Denmark have done fantastically well in their compound divisions. Obviously, naming they've got Stefan Hansen, and the list goes on of how many successful archers they've had from that country.
Absolutely, and both winners at this shoot last year were Danish. It was Hansen and Jensen in the compound. So neither of those made the finals this year.
So the scores are level. So Andrea will start the second end, shooting first.
Yeah. Nine. So another chance for Jonathan to get a point lead. So
both athletes having 20 seconds to shoot each arrow.
Possible 10, I wasn't sure. Tight angle from where we are.
That's work for the judge to do. Both ladies shooting very quick, committing to the shot.
That's better. Should be pleased that she finished with that 10 after 4 nines. Possible 29 in there for Marcos. Definite 29 for Jonathan. So we'll wait for the judges to go in, have a look. And Marcos' second arrow. So it's either all square or 1 point to Jonathan. But at this distance and in this game, 1 point is a big advantage.
And it's all technique and mental ability. There's no weather conditions to interfere. You don't have to aim off. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's not wet, it's not raining. It's all...
The light is perfect.
Yeah, the LOC have done very, very well. The organising committee have done very well with this event. It's grown every year. We've had 1,194 entries this year.
Brilliant.
And we are in a packed, electric crowd, I would say.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is magical here. Everyone loving what's going on here, and they just can't wait for the matches following on this afternoon.
So, scores confirm Marcos' arrow was a 9. So, a 1 point lead. Yeah. Point lead for Jonathan. So, Marcos will continue shooting first. She needs to find some 10s.
And that can bring that little tension in those little muscles in the arms and the release.
Yeah.
And just to send you a millimetre or two away from the 10. And that's match costly.
Yes. No, just pulling it left. 10 from Jonathan, so
right in the middle there.
Doubling a lead. Jonathan looking quite confident out there now. Marcos really attacks those shots, puts everything into that shot.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Great 10. So Marcos with her best 10, 29. Jonathan has a chance now to extend her lead. 3 10s.
Okay, there's the first 30 of this afternoon.
Yeah, so 2 points up now, Jonathan.
For those of you that are not archers, you have to put 1 arrow in each of the targets. And it doesn't matter what order you do that in. These ladies are going top, middle, bottom. As we noticed this morning with some of our junior athletes, they started off bottom, middle, top, or some of them go top, bottom, then middle. And it really, it frustrates our camera people, like on which target to zoom into. So if sometimes we got on the wrong target, do forgive us. Sometimes it's not always obvious which target the athletes are aiming at, but we get there in the end. We certainly see what they're scoring.
I always find it interesting here that if you do shoot top first and you right dead centre 10, you put a real big line straight down through the middle.
Shadow.
A lot of people shoot bottom up here.
And the aluminium arrows are a big popular choice for the compound archers.
Yeah. Yeah, all the compounds are shooting maximum diameter arrows. Everybody makes them now.
So Simonson leading by 2 points, 87 to 85. Marcos needs to come back here if she's got any hope of winning this bronze medal.
Yeah, she needs a 30. Needs to make Jonathan work hard. Might just caught it. Spotters have marked that with an asterisk to indicate that could be a 10. That's a 10. Great 10 there from Marcos. She's sped up a lot, have you noticed? Since she's sped up, she's got a lot more 10s.
Getting more comfortable attacking the shot.
Yeah, Shaughnessy is now on. That's a good string of 10s now by Shaughnessy. That's what she needed. 3 10s there from Marcos.
All eyes on Sonison.
That's wide.
That's what Marcus was probably waiting for. That reduces the lead.
We're just waiting to see if Shaughnessy's first arrow is a 10, because if it's not, we're all square.
And these girls are fighting for those important world ranking, indoor world ranking points to qualify for the top 16 for the final in Las Vegas, which will be next month. That's one of the biggest indoor, or if not the biggest indoor world tournaments. They had 3,480 entries last year. They're already up 250 entries this year.
Over 3,500 entries already.
So yeah, wow. And there's more space, so don't be put off, ladies and gentlemen. It's open to anybody that is a member of a national club, that is a member of World Archery. So if you've been shooting 6 months to 60 years, it doesn't matter. You can shoot at these Indoor World Cups. It's open entry, so you can shoot with the best on the line in the world and compare yourself.
So Shaughnessy's arrow was out and we're all square. So going into the fourth end, Shaughnessy looked like she was in great control there with a 2-point lead. Marcos finding her form and shooting some quick shots, got 3 10s and squared it up. So Marcos leads off. She's going to be on the up, and Shaughnessy's going to be a little bit mad at herself now. So she's going to need to sort herself out and come back strong from that.
I was talking to Nimes, 4-time Olympian, this morning, just trying to go through, is it good to have a lead or is it good to be chased? She always seemed to say she liked to shoot second to know what she needed to chase. Yeah. She liked to chase rather than being in the lead.
It's a strange one, isn't it? I've asked loads of people, and it's like, you know, in the 1 hour shoot off, if they nail it, you're in trouble. If they go wide, you know, but then you can be too careful and still lose. So Marcos leading off, end number 5, all square. That's a 9, so chance for Sonison to get the lead back at a really crucial point in this match. That's a 10, so that's a great comeback there from Marcos. She needed that.
That looked a nice balanced shot between the arms.
That's close. So Marcos, if she puts a 10 in here, that could be all she needs. There it is.
There we go. Nothing she can do now, just watch.
So Shaughnessy needs a 10 for a shoot-off. There it is.
Gets it. Wonderful shooting. Treating the audience, both here and you guys at home. We're delighted that you join us on the live stream.
So, starting the afternoon off with a shoot-off.
Best way to start.
Same score as the junior final, by the way, this morning for the girls.
Oh, well noticeable, yeah.
Interesting. That shows the standard in the junior competition now.
Future's bright.
Yeah. Okay, so putting the 2 new target faces up, each arrow. Each athlete now gets 1 shot, middle target, closest to the middle wins. Marcos will be shooting first, so, you know.
I think that's an advantage, personally.
If you nail it, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you telling your athletes at this point? but going into a shoot-off.
Well, I tell them to go for it.
Leave it all on the field of play.
Shoot at the 10, don't try and not miss it. That's what I say every time. And as you saw this morning, the girls' final, they both shot 10s, and the Italian girls were just a few millimetres better than the girl from Britain. So, but they both went for it, and
that was wonderful shooting this morning.
Yeah. So yeah, if you find if you try and be careful now and not make a mistake, you will. Got to attack it.
So, what's Marcus got in the tank?
It's not quick. Oh, that's
underneath.
It's under the 10. She was long on that shot, you see, so 10 to win for Jonathan.
So his 10s have been positive. Will she do the same here? Oh. Ooh.
And Marcos's mid-9 win. And
that's
win with a 9.
Right?
Yeah, but again, Jonathan saw Marcos's was out. Tried not making a mistake. Got to go for the win. So, Andrea Marcos was always behind in that match and managed just to get it through at the end. She looks very happy with that. Jonathan will be disappointed, I imagine.
Yeah, but she'll have one more shot in Vegas.
Yeah, and that's the big one.
Sadly, none of them have entered the open category at the moment.
No women?
No. Really
Sarah Lopez not fancy this yet?
Well, she definitely gave it a good go last year, but as far as I'm aware, no, she hasn't this year.
Okay.
So they still have time to change.
Because, of course, Jensen shot a perfect 900 in the women's last year.
She did. She shot very well. And she had a very good outdoor season after. I always find that if you have a good indoor season, that transitions very well to an outdoor season.
It's a springboard, I believe. Sort you out. So, we now have the compound women's gold match.
We have that coming up.
We have the highly on-form Yezim Bostan from Turkey, silver medal World Championship, silver medal World Cup final, silver medal I think at Berlin World Cup, so big opportunity here for Yezim to take gold against the highly experienced Natalia Addeeva from Russia. She knows how to win finals, she's won a lot over her time, so this could be an interesting match.
Yeah, Turkey have done very, very well with compound archery. They've got a good array of good shooters. And we'll see one later this afternoon on the gents side who's very, very talented. The girls setting up here, coming on the shooting line to be presented to the audience. Packed crowd here.
Yeah, I love that this place is packed out. There isn't a seat in the house now. There's seats where people literally can't see. People are full.
That's Yeşim Bostan of Turkey coming in with 588. That's her score, not her weight. We're not in boxing here. And then we've got Natalia Avdieva from the Russian Federation, 7th seed, and shot 586. So it's quite close, only 2 points.
So our 4 finalists here today all shot within 2 points of each other, which is incredible, really.
Yeah, we had a lot of coin tosses where people get the same score.
Yeah.
We have to do coin tosses by electronic draw.
Absolutely. So Bostan shot a 146, a 148, another 146, and then she shot a 145 to beat Jonathan in the semi. So she shot solid all the way through. Addieva shot 146, 145, 148. Followed with a 146 tie, which she won with a 9. So Bostan leading off.
But that was all yesterday. Today
Absolutely.
is a new day.
A lot of time to think about this match.
So they'll have known their opponents the night before, who they're against. So
I think that's a 10. Possibly, I think that's a 10 as well. So.
Commentator's eye.
9. Bostan's a very nice new pink bow.
settling in
the
yet.
crowd on that one. A little bit of a ooh. That's a good shot. 29, I think, there for Yezim. Should be happy with that. And that's a 9.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's balanced between her arms there, Avdieva.
She doesn't look settled, does she? I can't remember if she shot for gold or bronze here last year, but she just didn't get settled in the entire match.
Yeah, so some people do well by shooting lots of arrows beforehand. Some are able to come in straight away. Head-to-heads is very different from the qualification criteria. You've got longer to shoot your arrows, you build up a rhythm. You're sitting down in between ends, whereas here you've got to hit the ground running, straight in.
So judges having a good look at these arrows up at the target.
This is all for the gold and prize money and important ranking points for the final in Vegas. So a lot of responsibility on the judges' shoulders here.
Still waiting for confirmation on Bostan's other arrow. Avdieva's agent's really struggling to pull her arrow out. Always make sure you've got a strong agent. There we go, confirmed there now, 29. Yep, good commentator on that one.
29,
She's asking
28.
the judge for help her. Oh dear.
There you go. So the agents will check over the arrows, check that the points are still in the shafts, no damage to the arrow shaft, the fletchings are okay, the knocks are okay, and then those arrows will be on their way back to the athletes while they shoot these 3 arrows.
Did it not break? Not broke this one, didn't it? One of the junior recurves.
Yeah, I don't know what they've done there.
Very rare you see that.
Good job they caught it.
Yeah.
So Avdieva to lead off here on the second end. Try and get a hold on this match.
That was a whole different flow, that shot, wasn't it? Much better shot from Avdieva.
Very determined athlete, Avdieva. Nice and smooth from Yashin.
Yeah, Bostan looking really confident at the moment. Avdieva speeding up. Now this is something that does affect people in match play. If you get a really fast shooter, you can affect your opponent's time.
Makes you feel a bit rushed.
Yeah. Keep strong.
There we go.
Shot.
Good recovery. Very determined.
See the stare she just gave her coach. That's
serious game face on there.
seriously determined.
Good response from Yashin.
Yep. So 58 apiece.
Have a possible 60.
Yep.
At a tiny little 10.
So Bostan will go back to shooting first now. She shot first on the first end, this raw square.
So 9 more arrows to decide the gold final.
Yep.
Anything can happen. Remember, there's no equipment failure here. I see that both athletes only have 1 bow.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong,
when you're paying for your own luggage, you pack everything in one case. There isn't room for a second bow. I do remember. I feel sorry for Avdieva last year. Vegas, her bow never turned up.
That's right. Yes.
She went to Vegas to shoot the World Indoor Cup finals, no bow. And but the amazing thing in the world of archery, all the shops there all loaned up everything she needed: rods, sights, bow, arrows.
It's a good family here in World Archery.
She wasn't clean on. Did you see the last second of execution? It wasn't strong.
Slightest hesitation.
It's a 10, so Andrea's finding her focus. Bostan mustn't let Andrea get away.
And she's working her way up the target, and Avdieva starts from top to bottom.
Bostan looked frustrated then.
She likes that bottom place. She likes that one.
Better arrow. Andrea though here for a second 30. No, 29. So Andrea takes the lead.
1 point. 87 to 86. So as there's less arrows to shoot, we need to get high scores. So it really is a crunch point to keep those 30s.
Yep.
29, you're starting to get into dodgy area with compound archery. We've seen quite a few go out in the early rounds of this tournament. Incidentally, what was the highest pass in the women's bracket for Nimes? Did we have a 150 or was it
148?
By Sonison.
And Andrea and Marcos. Yeah, 148 shot. All the people shooting in this room now. Bostan, Jonathan, Andrea and Marcos all shot 148. Can't see anything higher, so no. Last year's champion went out, Tanya Jensen went out on a 147 in a shoot-off. Yeah. Ochar Anderson shot a 148 as well. Ochar Anderson shot a 149.
There we go. I thought there was one.
Yes. Yeah, but then she lost to Andrea with a 148 in the next round. So yeah, high standards here. Most matches in the women's were 146 plus to win. And not many of them 147s. No, I don't think so. I think that's 9. You look from the side. That's 9 as well.
Yeah, it can be quite deceptive from the angle we've got as to what the arrow value is. This is not the time to get sloppy.
No, I think there's a bit of pressure showing now. She wasn't happy with that. She's looking back at her coach, very confused.
It's all square at the moment, 105.
Nervous. Could you see her release her shaking a bit then?
She'll want that one back, but no chance. 114.
10 here could really hurt. That I do think will get a 10.
Let's flip the line.
Messy end from both of them there, really.
Is the enormity setting in?
Yeah, but I think Andrea is going to go to 115, and I think Bostan's going to go down to 113.
There was 105 compound women in this category that entered here in Nîmes. We had 49 countries.
There were more compound women than recurve.
Yeah, it's getting quite popular, isn't it?
Yeah, the new Masters category looked very popular as well.
Yes, yeah, the organising committee are trying that one for the first time this year, and they've had a good response, so it will increase again next year, I'm sure.
There was a lot of people who could have shot it, didn't know about it, so I think that will go up a lot, yeah.
So if you're 45 years old plus, then that is available for the recurve men and recurve women at the moment, and compound men, compound women.
And the very young youth recurve category was back, wasn't it, as well?
So she didn't get that 10. She didn't get the upgrade, so it's 114 apiece. So that gives some breathing space for Boston.
So,
but both girls need to come out fighting for these final 3 arrows if they want to take this title.
Yeah.
Who wants it more? Let's see. This is where all those hours of practice and mental preparation come in. Can you hit the 10 when you want to? There's a big demand, a big mental demanding compound for this.
Yeah, Boston needs to start with the 10 here. I really believe that. She's got to nail this to give her the confidence she needs. Oh, that's close.
Has not hit a 10 on that bottom face.
No, and she looks frustrated about it. She's smiling at herself. That's a 10. Andrea didn't rush that. She took a lot more time on that shot and it paid off. It's slipping away. Yeah, Andrea, 2 solid shots. But you know, she slowed herself back down. I felt she was rushed a lot that last end.
Yeah, some missed opportunities there for Yashim Bostan from Turkey. The experienced Natalia Avdieva.
Yeah. 9's enough. She's won that. 29 to win it. So, 143. Natalia Avdieva, Nîmes 2018 World Indoor Cup champion. That was a nervy final, Chris. You could feel it. They weren't settled. They weren't shooting their match. They were shooting against each other. I felt, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't get in their grooves. They certainly didn't shoot the scores that they were in qualifying or the earlier matches. So
no,
the enormity of the match. I think they were shooting each other rather than shooting their bows.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Avdieva was rushing a bit at one point. I think to try and put Boston off. And their own shooting suffered when she did. She slowed back down on the last end and took 2 really nice 10s for the first 2 shots there, and a great victory. So there's our first Nîmes 2018 champion crown.
So that concludes the compound women.
Yep.
Now we move over to recurve women.
Whole new set of rules, Chris.
So it is, and a different target face where the 10 is a little bit bigger. It's still 18 meters.
Yeah.
So the crowd warming up now for the next wave, and the organising committees are shooting out T-shirts.
Yeah.
Building this crowd participation. They're absolutely loving this atmosphere on this Sunday afternoon.
People love a freebie giveaway.
I remember last year you got taken out by one of these.
Yeah, one hit me in the head.
So yeah, so we'll go through to recurve women. So this is where the rules change. So instead of cumulative scoring, we go into a set system. So each athlete will shoot 3 arrows. Again, 1 arrow in each of the target faces. And whoever gets the highest score gets 2 set points. If you both have the same score, you get 1 set point each. And it's the first person to 6 set points that wins the match. If it is that you get 5 set points each, then there'll be a 1 arrow shoot-off, and the highest scorer wins. But if you both get 2 10s or 2 9s or 2 8s, then it is a measurement closest to the middle. So we had a very high standard with the recurve women. We had 82 athletes here in Nîmes. We had a good Korean contingent. We had 5 Koreans. They are a professional team from Hyundai Steel and Hyundai Mobis, so they make an annual trip over here.
No LH this year?
No LH, no. I think they're going to concentrate on Vegas. But we were graced with the Olympic silver medalist from Rio and World Games champion from last year. from Germany, Lisa Unruh.
Yes.
So she shot very well, 5.92, and she was the second seed. Korean Yi Sim, she topped the qualification with 5.93.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make the cut of the recurve women, you needed to shoot 541.
That's quite low.
I thought
that's,
so.
I talked to Naomi last night, and she reckons that's about 15, 20 points under last year. Yeah. So, coming into the arena now, our bronze medalists. From Germany, Lisa Unruh, and from Korea, we have Miss Jin.
And Lisa had it up against her because it was all Koreans in the semi-finals, and Lisa shot amazing in the quarter-finals. She cleaned it, didn't she? 30-30-30.
So
for a 6-0 win.
And Ruby battles from Great Britain 6-0 by not missing a 10. Then in the semi-final against Miss Kim from Korea, Unruh shot 30-30, 30-29, 30 and lost.
That's brutal.
Because Miss Kim shot 30-30, 30-30-30.
Wow.
And apparently it was a judge decision on Unruh's arrow. I wasn't in here, but I was told the judge was looking at it for quite a while.
There you get tight. There's small margins.
That is world-class archery right there. Elisa has Florian Klude, fellow German athlete, with her there.
He shot well yesterday.
He did. He put out the #1 seed from Italy, Mandia.
So Lisa's been practicing yoga a lot, Pilates.
Okay.
So very a good core strength. Improved her fitness a lot. And I have to say, it has shown on the field of play.
Yeah.
Classic Korean style.
Yeah.
Smooth and purposeful.
She looks very serious. It's close.
Yeah, slightly to the right there, her group, Lisa's. Nice timing from Yin.
That's perfect.
That's a nice
there we
10.
go. So
That should give you some confidence.
a definite 29 for Unruh, possible 30. So Yin needs a 10 here. Nope. So Unruh opens up a 2-0 lead. So what's coming up this year, Big Chris, in the World Cup?
Yeah, we've got an outdoor World Cup as well, sponsored by Hyundai. So we start off the last week of April in Shanghai, and then we'll go on to Antalya, Turkey in May. June we will go to Salt Lake City in the USA at the Eastern Center, one of our proud sponsors of this event.
Absolutely.
And then we'll have the fourth and final stage in Berlin, which was a huge success last year.
I enjoyed Berlin so much.
A lot of the athletes enjoyed that one. A beautiful, I think it's one of the most iconic qualification venues we've had. Yeah.
That was the beauty of it. It felt really special in the Olympic venue.
1936 Olympic Stadium.
Some beautiful photos I saw from there. It was about, what, 100 targets in a row?
Yes,
and
it was
just
huge
looked
field.
awesome, didn't it? Yeah.
Huge field.
Weather was kind for most of the week. So
Lisa did well. She got all the way to the quarterfinals there. Didn't quite make it to the finals, but German archery is in a very good place and progressing well. And it needs to, because the Korean women are really, really strong in the world of archery.
So Miss Jin didn't need a 9 then, because Lisa or not be kind.
That's
I
a
think
close
that's
one.
good, yeah. Never put a star on it. That's better. Oh, that's wide.
Keeps going right a bit.
Yeah.
Will Jin take this? Absolutely.
I think Lisa's won Nîmes at least twice in the past. I remember her winning.
There we go.
Great shot.
That should give us some confidence for the third set.
So I think the judge might have a look at Unruh's top arrow. Possible, but the spotters have an asterisk tip, so we won't see. But no, and also the finals field and what was it? In Berlin was very nice.
Yeah, city centre.
Antelope?
Yes, Antelope. Right in the centre.
And they had a good crowd as well, really sold out stadium. Just a shame about the rain.
It's part of outdoor archery.
Got very wet on that stage.
Which is a good thing about indoors. Some people don't like indoors. I think they get a bit put off by the perfect conditions.
Yeah.
But I've always liked indoors because I think it's, if you're on form, then it will show.
Yeah.
If your mental game is good, your technique is good, then you will be rewarded quite well from indoor shooting. Outdoors, you can arrive to a venue and the weather be awful and you've been in good form, but the day isn't designed for high scoring. So yeah, it's 2 set points apiece, so all is square. I just not settled down to what this doesn't compare to what their ranking actually is.
No. No, Unruh hasn't settled at all.
I just wonder if they've been too aggressive.
Maybe.
With their shot. Trying for the 10 too much.
That's better from Unruh. So, Unruh needs 10 to make sure she can't lose the set. No, it's right.
Frustration there for Lisa.
Yeah, there we go.
Jin gets it to take a 4 points. So 2 sets over Lisa Unruh. If the Korean wins the next set, that is game, set and match. But Lisa can come back.
Yeah, and you've also got World Indoor Championships coming up.
Absolutely, I was coming to that.
Yep.
Yeah, World Indoor Championships immediately after Vegas. So some of the athletes that have made the national team, they'll go from Vegas and then they'll fly over to Yankton in South Dakota, where they've got an Eastern Centre there, and we'll have the Indoor World Championships. Of course, you'll be able to see that live streaming on the website of World Archery. It is obviously, unfortunately, the same time as the Winter Olympic Games.
Oh, right.
In Pyeongchang in Seoul.
Yes. Well, they've built an extension on the centre especially for it, haven't they?
They have. They've doubled in size.
Wow.
They're doing great things up there in Yankton.
So, Unruh, leading off set 4. She needs to win this set if she wants to get the bronze.
Long hold,
better.
But
She's
gets it.
Not happy at all with that 10. Absolutely fuming with herself, but she got what she needed.
Yeah, they've all gone a bit high.
Strange to see Unruh shooting carbon indoors. She's normally a aluminium shooter.
She's probably a full-time archer now and training inside and outside the longer distances.
So, en route with a 10 now, and square the match. No, not quite. Just a little high again. Yeah.
She knows it. That needed to be a 10, but so hopefully she's delayed things.
Jin punish her for that? No. So we go to 4-all. An unhappy Unruh wins the fourth, and I find the fourth is it's a pivotal set.
4-all, definitely.
It can really swing a match. Every set's been 29 to 28 so far.
It's not bad by any means, but I think for what we expect, when you see the scores of 590s in qualification, you know you need 58 upwards.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the original shooting order. Lisa will start the 5th and final set, shooting first, with Jin to follow.
Jin looks quite bemused. She's just kind of looking up, not really.
Yeah, she's lost her lead there with that 9 in the last arrow. Giving a great opportunity here for Lisa. Can she take it?
Unruh will lead off in the 5th and final set, so
to prevent an all-Korean podium finish.
3 things can happen. Unruh can win, Jin can win, or we can go to a shoot-off. That'd be great.
My vote is for a shoot-off.
And mine.
That would be my preference.
That's not good enough. Hasn't got a flow at all. She's normally so elegant.
That was very assured.
Yes.
No messing.
That was better. You saw it on the as it broke. It was really strong. So can Jin keep the 10s? No, all square.
Gosh, she shot that quite fast.
She did.
So last arrow of the 5th set. 10 is a must,
shot.
And she's got it.
So, I mean, it's the star up here on Unruh's first shot.
Yeah, so some work for the judge to do there.
Jin has to shoot a 10, or it's all over, and Unruh wins.
10.
It's a 10, so
29-29 unofficially, but the judge will have to look at that top arrow of Lisa's to see if it's in or not.
Yep.
If it's in, Lisa wins. If it's out, then we'll be treated to a shoot-off.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
which is what this match deserves.
Oh, looking at that, I think that's good.
Yeah, he awards it. Lisa gets 10-10-10.
Yeah, there we go.
And a 6-4 win for the Olympic silver medalist from Rio 2016.
Yeah, she found her flow on the last end finally.
So although she wasn't shooting well, Naomi said this morning, there are days where you just don't know why, but you're just not in your groove, and you just have to find a way to win, and that's exactly what Lisa has done there. She's found a way to win. The shot wasn't going as she wanted it. It wasn't smooth as yesterday.
No.
But she's pulled out a win, and that's it. Winning ugly is a win.
It's all about winning. Okay, so 3rd place goes to Lisa Unruh from Germany. And she, I imagine, will feature highly in Yankton at the World Indoor Championships. So our gold medal match coming out next. Yi Sim from Sim Yi.
You always pronounce the surname first.
Yeah. And we are against Miss Kim.
Korean archery is just dominating at the moment. They have such a good, clean technique. They have such a wealth and depth of shooters.
Yeah.
Korean national team is probably one of the hardest teams to qualify in the world.
Yes.
They've got a great history, won multiple gold medals at the Olympic Games and World Championships. Korean teams are absolutely 100% professional. They shoot all the time. Monday to Friday is a job for them, a way of life. They have a great team camaraderie amongst themselves, both in their club, but also when they make the national team.
Yeah. So, Sim's quite experienced. She's been doing the World Indoor Cup for at least 4 years, to my knowledge. Yeah?
Yes.
The other girl, I don't recognise Kim Soo-rin. I'm not sure. And I also, probably wrong, I'm sure Sim won the World Indoor Cup or Vegas, one of the two last year.
So these are teammates shooting against each other. Coaches should sit back quite proud that their athletes have made the finals. Their job is done, and I think it's just to let the athletes enjoy themselves and see just how good they are.
But I've got to say that Kim Soo-rin in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, shot 8 ends of 30 and 1 end of 29.
Very impressive.
I'm making her favourite. Because Sim won, but there's some 28s in there.
So both are shooting for Hyundai Mobis. That's a professional archery team.
Yep.
And away they go. Sim to shoot first.
10.
Elected to shoot the middle face first. Teammate Kim doing the same.
These two know each other so well, wouldn't they? And
yeah, I mean, they shoot together, practice together.
Yeah. Compete together for the same team, so.
29.
But they'll both want to win.
9.
So Kim needs a line out, or Sim takes the first set. She's having a bit of a giggle to herself for that.
Yeah, they're very good at just washing off a bad arrow. They don't hold it within. They just let it go, and it's always on to the next arrow. As Naima was saying to us this morning, it's as a coach, what she says to her athletes is, forget about the past. It's staying with the present and looking to the future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you start dwelling on what's gone, you've lost already. Sim looks more meaningful at the moment, just the way they both stood there. Miss Kim looks very relaxed, chilled out. Sim looks like she wants to run to the line and start.
Yeah, they both look like racehorses, just trying to get to that.
Let's shoot.
Trying to get to that shooting line. Looking at the target always, while also listening to the coach.
Yep.
Shaking any tension or exhaustion in their release arms as they go into the shooting line.
They have team trainers.
Full team uniform.
Cool. Yeah.
100% professional.
Nice.
I really do that. I mean, it's great how we see the quick rhythm. They don't hold too long for aiming. Archery is about releasing after all. We're not going to know what you're going to get unless you let go of the arrow.
Quite a wide 9, that.
Keeping that front arm going through the 10. And finishing off with that back elbow.
All square still.
Breathing techniques, thought stopping.
Great shot.
All
29
coming in here.
from Sim. So Kim won't want to let her teammate get away. Needs a 10. There we go. On the spider.
Beautiful 10.
So back-to-back 29s for both athletes.
2 set points each. If you can't beat your opponent, you stay with them as close as you can, so they can't build up that lead.
So on the way here, just trying to work out who. Neither of them clean through. They both won the first match 6-0. Then Sim beat Bryony Noemi, she's from France, isn't she? 7-3. Then she beat Bryony Pittman from Great Britain 6-4. That was a really tight match. And then she won her semi-final 6-2 over the girl we just saw in the bronze medal match, Miss Jin, 6-2.
I mean, on paper, we probably should go with Sim. She's the #1 seed. She's got 593. She's only dropped, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 set points.
Yeah.
Compared to her opponent, that's dropped 10 set points. Shot 586 and is the 3rd seed.
And her opponents that beat Mackenzie Brown and Lisa Unruh, so tough matches. 10 there from Sim. 3rd set, 2 points each so far.
And these athletes, they don't look phased at all.
This feels like a heavyweight battle, just feeling each other still to me. They don't really want to show their full hand. That's how I feel at the moment. I love it when you get that shot and you get the TV and the TV and the TV. So 4-10 so far.
This is classic Korean archery. Cleaning it all the way, machine-like.
10-10-10. She's happy with that.
Modest celebration there.
Very happy with that. She knows she's putting the pressure on, but no, I'm going to match that. Like I said, they're just slowly turning the pressure up on each other.
Kim looked at Sim there across as she's walking off the line with a smile. I'm still here.
Very thoughtful. So 3 set points each. This is the big one, set 4.
So we start to come to the business end of the match.
Yeah.
So who's going to hold it together? Who's going to be brave and take it on?
It's fun. It's interesting because while they're level, Sim is still leading all the time. So she gets to set the pace. I think that's important. I really do.
So the athletes are called to the shooting line.
Yep.
Loading up the bows. Sim to start. Setting the bar for her opponent, Kim.
There we go. So big string of 10s now from Sim in a row. Kim matching every one of them, and they're getting closer to the middle. Have you noticed that?
Yes. It's getting closer and closer to that cross.
Yeah. Like those would be compound 10s.
They're so in their rhythm right now.
Yeah.
Beautiful to watch.
I think that's just quarter line. Yeah. Spotter hasn't even questioned it. So.
Sign of nerves. Chink in the armour. Ooh.
There's this little. Didn't look bad shot, did it? She's a bit like, oh, embarrassed. Couldn't look.
Slightly embarrassed by that one.
We're turning this.
And the same there.
The crowd. The crowd.
Harsh crowd.
Hangs their head in shame, but lots of applause at the same time.
Sim, I think it's getting too hot for Sim. She's trying to cool herself down.
Absolutely great archery there from both of them. It's 4 all though. 4 sets, 4 ties. They were both just really turning the show up there a notch, and it was who's going to break.
Yes, I think that climaxed a bit there.
Yeah. But
now let's see if they can refocus, get zoning into that 10 again.
Sim still leads off on the 5th set. Oh. Total focus, total concentration.
So the same order remains. Sim will start, Kim will follow. Winner of this set wins the match.
Yeah. Or we get a tie.
Or if they shoot the same score, then they get a tie.
Yeah, so Sim, 9-9. But that, dead centre. So for the first time in this match, advantage Kim, I think, just. Better shot, 10 there from Sim. Can Kim keep them clean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Last arrow from Sim.
Sim has to put this in the 10. There you
There we go.
So we wait and see what her liner is.
All eyes are on Kim.
Is this going to be a 10?
Yes, it's a 10.
So the judge will decide.
So unofficially, we have Kim winning the match 6-4, but the judge will check that first arrow of Sim, and there's a 9-star.
Yeah.
Both Korean athletes have kept the bow in their hands, so they are expecting a shoot-off.
Yeah.
So neither have made any celebration.
No.
Not put their bow down.
The agents haven't looked. I'm looking at the agents to give a clue. Sometimes they like to signal up to their athlete. It's a 10. So 30 apiece.
10 means tie.
5 sets, 5 ties. 1 arrow, middle face. Second tie of the day. Crowd are already excited. You can feel the atmosphere just raise right up around this thing.
And the order will remain, so Sim will shoot first and Kim will follow.
Sim's smiling. They're both having a little bit of a laugh up there. It's brilliant. They've been total focus through the whole match, and now they're all like excited teenagers waiting to get on with their shoot-off. Okay.
And they don't look surprised about this. This is...
No. All right, standard day. Okay, right, so Sim will shoot first.
So might there be some pride in there from the #1 seed? Like, well, I'm expected to win. This is mine.
Yeah.
So she shoots first. 9 from the top seed.
Can't see Miss Kim letting her off for this.
Long hold.
Go in. They've given the 10 for it. Yeah. Looked low to me, but I'm just going to wait for the judge's decision. She looks like she's happy with it. Yep, there we go, confirmed. So,
the third seed, Kim, takes the gold medal and wins Nîmes 2018.
Kim Surin is our Nîmes 2018 champion. Taking the title back to Korea with her, and a nice €4,000 first prize.
And I dare say they'll be going to Vegas to qualify for the finals. They missed the first 2 stages. We had the first stage in Marrakesh in November. The second stage was in Bangkok, in Thailand.
Did they not attend? Did they not go to Bangkok?
I don't believe she did.
Okay.
I don't believe she did. The Koreans were there.
Okay,
but
so
I know they had the outdoor championships in the Asian Outdoor Championships in Bangladesh.
Yes. That concludes the ladies' finals for today. We have a short intermission now, and then the compound men will be joining us.
Absolutely, which I know this is what they've all been waiting for. Giveaways again, so the crowd are calling out that they want some free prizes.
Go. Who wants the t-shirts? Give me a wave.
So many nationalities joining us here.
Yeah.
We've got Andorra, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, People's Republic of China. We've got Colombia, Croatia here. Czech Republic, Denmark, Spain, Estonia, Finland, France naturally, Great Britain, Germany, Hungary, India, Islamic Republic of Iran, Ireland, Iceland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Kazakhstan, Korea, Kosovo, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Morocco, Malaysia, Mexico, Montenegro, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Russia, Slovenia, Serbia, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, Slovakia, Sweden, Tunisia, Turkey, Ukraine, and the United States. So many, many nationalities here. So if you're sat at home and fancy having a go, come along. Come along next year. Join the Indoor World Cup. Have a go. Open entry. So next we've got the compound men. This just astounds me that the compound men, the level just goes up and up every year. The cutoff was a crazy 589 points. 2 people had shot that score. One of them being Peter Elzinga, and he actually won that shoot-off with a 9 to qualify at 31st place. And by winning, by doing that, he had the pleasure of shooting against his teammate Mike Schlusser, who was the top scorer with a 5.98, so he only dropped 2 points. Interesting fact that the second seed, the second place of 5.95, all the way down to the 31st place of 590, was all coin toss, because there were so many people on same scores. We had a row of people on 591. We had 8 people here on 592. 8 people here on 593. It's just crazy.
It is unbelievable. So, in the arena now,
target number 1 from USA,
Paul Tedford, very experienced US pro, done a lot of shoots around the European circuit, World Indoor Cup. He's cleaned Vegas. Never a shot for the outdoor team, but he is an indoor machine.
Well, the US team is a very, very hard thing to qualify for.
Yeah. So
from Turkey, on target number 2, we have Demir Elm Archili, who is, everyone's been talking about him, is an absolute full of potential.
He's a very confident man.
Yes.
He holds himself with great posture, and he's quite intimidating, I feel.
He has got an intimidating look about him.
He's won a lot of things. You know, he World Cup champion.
Well, it was a World Cup final in 2015 where we first
No one saw that. No one saw that.
He beat Rio Wild. Everyone spoke to Rio Wild, and he said, "I'm not surprised."
Yeah.
He's been around there for a long time.
Yeah.
Great potential. I wasn't surprised, he said.
Yeah.
And he has not disappointed all the way.
No, and then he won Berlin but he won the Berlin finals last August as well. So now he's coming and showing he can play indoors. There we go, 10 from Tedford. This is going to be a game of who blinks first. Long hold.
Silence in the crowd. Let's go on 4 seconds to go.
Just catching the line there from Tedford. He'll be really pleased with this start.
So they both shoot different types of release aids.
Yeah. Demir's shooting the wrist strap. So he aims and he squeezes away.
10-10-10,
Tedford.
Great opening there for Tedford.
I remember if Tedford's shooting a butt. I think Tedford's shooting a trigger. I need to have a look. Can't remember. So the matches so far to get. See Demir's last arrow, sorry. Ooh, that's a 9. So Tedford shot at a 147 shoot off in the first round. He won that with a 10. Then he shot a 150 against Sergio Pagni, winning by 2.
Vegas winner.
Absolutely. Then Tedford beat Jesse Broadwater, 149. Not Jesse Broadwater. Sorry, Lopez from Spain, 149, 148. Comes up against Mr. Schlosser in the semi-final and loses 148, 150. So.
And our defending world indoor champion, what happened to him? And outdoor world champion?
Mr. Pino lost with a 148 to Mr. Dave Cousins in the first round. So a battle of the multiple world champions. So, yes. And
you can win big, but you can fall early.
Absolutely.
It's a tough one.
So Demir's run, he beat the big cat, Steve Anderson, in the first round. Brilliant win there, 148, 147. He then beat Bridger Deaton from the USA, 150, 148. He then beat the Canadian top man, Chris Perkins, 148, 149. He's taking names out here all the way. But then he runs into Chris Schaff in the semi-final, and Schaff was just tearing the place apart yesterday.
He has been on form. We'll be treated to him later.
Lost that 147, 149. So their score, they've both shot one perfect. So Demir did catch the line on his first arrow. Tedford lead.
Still clean.
Yeah. Al Magache will be shooting first. His sister's a great shooter as well. Turkish com. in Turkey compound.
That's a great coach to have.
Yeah.
Talk to Big Brother.
Possible 10. Demir always looks confident.
Very relaxed, very competent.
Yeah.
Paul Tedford up at full draw now.
Yep, left-handed. That's a good shot.
That's a nice one.
He has a really nice, solid technique. So it's very effective. There's no show. It's just he gets on with it.
Efficient.
Doesn't say a lot. Talks with the bow. Nice guy.
Way it should be done.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Good arrows.
And a fist pump there from Demir.
And another 10
Oh,
from
yeah.
Tedford.
That top arrow need looking at.
Yep.
To see if he's still clean. Unofficially, we've got 59-59. So with the release aids that they're using, any advantages, disadvantages for the different types they're using?
Well, I get controversial here, come there for one. The wrist straps quite. People say that people who shoot well in the wind use wrist straps. But
Okay.
it's an old wives' tale. It's not true.
No,
but,
let's not stand on the fence here.
you know,
Let's bring it all out.
There's been many a people punch their way to victory with a wrist strap on a windy day.
Stay away to victory. I like that one.
Tedford's shooting out just a standard Carter trigger properly.
So,
Squeezes it nice.
budding compounders out there, what would you recommend them to start on?
There's no. See, some people say use like the pull releases, the back tension releases, but it doesn't matter what you use as long as you're instructed to use it correctly from the start. A lot of top shooters can shoot any releaser. They can shoot the back tension, they can shoot the trigger. So,
Well, we've seen this year Hansen doing
absolutely
some
during
major
the match.
changes on
No,
that.
I'm in 1 hour shoot off. I'll change my release aid style. But it's about being taught correctly. It's not just about picking it up and learning wrong. Like with anything, you get good tuition from the start and use whatever device release aid you use correctly, you'll be on a steady road.
Good advice there.
Okay, so Tedford clean, Almagachi 1 down, and number 3 or 5. This is going to be tight all the way. Almagachi can't afford to get any more behind.
He's only dropped 1 point.
Yep.
So we shouldn't punish him too much.
No.
Paul still clean. May it continue.
Looking really strong.
A lot of contact with the face on the release hand.
Yep. He gets a very strong anchor position, if you notice that.
He's absolutely
Very
solid.
important.
No chance of movement. Nice relaxed front arm there from Paul.
Yeah. Tedford though. His arrows are getting better.
Smoothing out.
Yeah. And the Turkish, they've had a few World Cup winners in the last few years. They've got some real class acts. They had Boston in the finals as well this weekend. So brilliant shoot for Tedford, 9 for 9.
People are cheering him on. They want to see the 150.
Yes. And, confident there now, Paul.
And this always amazes me with any compound shooter when they're constantly cleaning it, like Mike does, and now Stefan has done the same.
Yes.
It just impresses me. For 60 shots, you keep it together.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot allow any self-doubt or talk yourself out of it. You've got to believe you can hit that middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, Hansen obviously shooting the second 600 perfect qualifying round earlier this winter. I don't know if you saw the photos of his target faces. was incredible.
Really
They weren't just, the lines were still there.
Wow.
It was so good. So, Damir Amagachi, 89 for 9. Paul Tedford, 90. End number 4. Amagachi gets to shoot first. He needs to keep hitting that 10 to keep Tedford working.
That's all he can do. Almagier, that's all he can do.
Yeah.
Is just keep clean and wait for Paul to make that error. Almagier apparently means tree.
Oh, wow.
Turkish.
Well, he's solid.
I was informed this morning. Ooh, that's not what he wanted.
I'm surprised it's that, but he looks a bit shocked at that. Oh, that's Tedford's best arrow yet. Right inside out. That's a better shot. Tedford now has a little bit of breathing space. Yeah, I think he's just caught that.
And I wonder now if his focus is more gone towards
trying to get the perfect
150.
Yeah, because it would be lovely. That's a bit low.
Damir was not happy with that one.
You might get one of them.
A groan from
bit
the
of
audience.
A smile from Tedford. I think you're right, though. I think he was starting to think more of, oh, can I get a 150 than let's get this match won, which I think is the most important thing. Well, 150 is lovely, but you've just got to win the match. So, Tedford's got a star on his second arrow as well. This might not be...
There's some work there for the judge.
This could end up. Let's see what the judge does, but this could be interesting.
So we've got compound target faces here, so there's no recurve 10 on here. There's not a multiple face here. That makes it easier for people to see or to identify the compound 10.
Yeah.
And also for the judge to make their judgment on the arrow calls.
So let's just see what the judge radios through. They're keeping him busy.
A point makes a major difference here in the world of compound men.
Total focus there from Tedford. He's just in the zone.
This is all for bronze, third place. Both will be happy because they've accrued quite a few points to qualify for Vegas World Cup final, where we take the top 16 of each discipline: recurve men, compound women, recurve women.
So they've both got their liner confirmed scores in. Tedford 119, just that last one out. Amagachi just his first one out, I think. So 1 point game still. All to play for. High standard, good shooting by both of them.
So they're changing the target faces because the 10 line is becoming difficult to identify. So this often happens in the world of compound. They'll need to, when the 10 ring is not intact, to be fair, to be able to make the arrow calls, they'll change the target face for a new one. Sometimes that pleases the compound archers, sometimes it doesn't. They like to aim at the previous hole if it's inside out. So the last 3 hours of the match to decide the gold final.
That's what he needed. He's got to make Tedford work. You can't give him any breathing space. That was a good shot from Tedford.
so quiet here for everyone. Everyone's waiting with bated breath. What's the next arrow score going to be?
It's a 10. Great shot.
1 arrow remaining.
Tedford taking a massive deep breath there. Oh, that's some serious weight. Oh. So 9 to win for Tedford. He's really mad at himself there, Demir. There you go,
wow,
10 cents. Beautiful, 149 out of 150 there, Paul Tedford. Really looked in control of that match all the way.
That was a bronze, I correct myself. It's the bronze. It was worthy of a final.
Absolutely.
That was worthy of a final, that one.
I think Tedford was so busy trying to get a 150 on the fourth end that he, yeah, really wanted to give the crowd the 150. 149 though, world-class shooting. Deserved bronze medal there for Paul Tedford. There we go.
So the gold final is going to have to stand up to that.
Yes. We have one more compound match left today. And this is going to be a battle.
So only 4 points dropped in that whole match.
Yes.
It's an impressive lineup there.
No, I was very impressed by Demir in that match because I think I've seen him indoors, European something, but he was shooting class then and shows that he really is a contender at everything he does now.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next match, the gold match, the Cup of Men division.
So all eyes are down. Nobody has left their seats.
No.
They're not getting the sandwiches. They're not getting the drinks. They're not moving. They want to get this next match.
Yeah.
Between two amazing top archers, two archers that have been in terrific form.
Yes. So, Chris Schaff entering the arena.
He'll be going to the World Indoor in Yankton. He qualified very strong.
And Mr. Perfect, Mike Schlosser, bringing a spare bow out. First person today.
Well, he's had to drive from the Netherlands, so not too far to go compared to Chris Schaff, who's had to take a plane to get here.
Absolutely. This is highly experienced guys, you know, both on blistering form.
Target one from Netherlands, Mike Schlosser, top seed, shooting 598.
Yeah.
Well, the camera shows us here in our picture Christopher Schaff from USA. Who is the 10th seed, shooting 593.
He's been in the US team solid the last 12 months. And he shot the World Games as well. He got the bronze at the World Games. Yep. Former World Junior Champion.
2009, I believe. He's got it tattooed on
Yeah,
his
he
arm,
has.
hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. So he absolutely lit the arena up yesterday. He beat Jean-Philippe Bolsch 148, 147. Then he beat Stefan Hansen 150, 149. That match was absolutely phenomenal. Then he beat Braden Galantine 150, 148. Then he beat Almagachi 149, 147. So he did not mess around.
9.
Oh, no.
Really?
We'll have to have a closer look to that.
10.
Mikey,
Moves
doing
out.
what Mikey does, getting on with things. 2009, you're right.
10.
So, Schloser's path here.
Oh,
I'm just about to tell you how many 150s he shot yesterday.
he killed it with that.
Let's see what Staff's last arrow. There you go. So,
now we have a
Schloser
match.
beat the man he hates shooting against most, Peter Elsinger, 149, 147. Then he beat Domagoj Budden, 150, 149. That was right down to the last arrow. That match was incredible. Then he beat Jesse Broadwater, 149, 148. And then he shot against Tedford, who we've just seen. And he beat Tedford 150, 148. So these guys both shot multiple 150 matches on their way here.
And Schaff is the name I've been hearing a lot this weekend when I've been talking to a couple of people and asked them who to pick a winner out of the VIP list that we've got of compound gents, and he was definitely one of them that they mentioned there.
Yeah, he's just shooting really well. I love how he shoots. It's so powerful. The way he executes a compound with real power, direction. He controls the bow. He tells the bow what it's doing. It's really awesome to watch. And Mikey just gets on with it.
I watched Mike win in Bangkok, and it was just phenomenal how quickly he shot. And
Yeah,
how
he
with
does.
ease he gets the tens.
Yeah.
He's not liking that top face.
Maybe this is just a little more. Oh, really? Great shot.
I love the sound of Mike's bow. It's nice and quiet.
Yeah. Really awesome shot there from Mikey.
Sounds really nicely tuned.
There
There we go. But Mike has a hell of a lot of weight on that bow.
Yeah, he shoots
It's incredible.
the Doinka Hero rods with 37 ounces or something like that on the front rod. It's absolutely nuts. I picked his bow up before now, and I literally got a dead arm.
He did both arms to hold it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, feel my bow, and you're like, having to lean back. But you see that, he doesn't just put that weight on and use it. Mikey does a lot of work in the gym when he's lived at the centre and trained with the Dutch Recurve team. And they got him really strong. And that's how you hold and control that much weight. Same with Hansen and Schaff. These guys are strong. They're not just, I'm going to bolt 30 ounces on the end of my rod. You have to build up to that.
Yes.
And you have to go to the gym to be that strong.
I mean,
Because otherwise, I do worry when I see a lot of juniors adding masses of weight to their rods. Because they see these guys do it, but these guys are built up to it, and that's what you have to do. It's not wrong, but you need to be strong enough to
these guys are
physically
full-time.
do it.
They haven't got to go to an office job or
they don't go to school,
university or anything like that. They've done all of that out of the way. Now they're just focusing full-time on shooting. So they've got the time to work on to prevent injury as well.
Yes, that's so important. Everybody's got orange strings. That's big, Mike. So Schaff's got a chance now. Can he plug that top face?
There we go.
Much better. saw some movement on that shot. Didn't go off when he wanted it to.
And I have noticed this in finals or some tight semi-finals. He's not as smooth as in the earlier rounds.
No. Blue 10. Shaft shooting back tension, by the way. Mikey's shooting a trigger.
Yeah, in the early rounds when I've seen Mike shoot, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's like a brick wall. There's no way you're beating him. But then as he gets further into the draw, there are some moments.
I think if you're going to shoot against Mike, you want it to be in a final. Because you haven't had the rhythm of the day. You haven't got into it. You've waited around. You've shot some practice arrows. And
yeah, because they haven't had any matches
when Mike is
today.
in his rhythm, it's just phenomenal. But your rhythm's broken out there with the, Shaft's quite a slow shooter. He's using most of his time up. Yeah. And Mike is just there, raring to go. Where Mike is such a quick shooter.
I mean, they've just arrived probably about an hour before, done some practice in the practice range, so they haven't actually shot any arrows in anger or competition arrows until this match. Whereas yesterday, they'll have done the qualification, some of them, and they'll have done the early rounds, so they build up to those big wins and those big scores.
And you've been practicing in the little gym out the back, which is quite a really orange room. Yeah,
that's what Naomi was saying this morning. Yes.
And then you come out here, you've got a minute for your eyes to adjust for the light. You've got great light out there on the shooting line, but a lot of arrows have gone left. I have noticed that today. And thinking back just this morning when I was out there with the girl from Britain, I wish I'd told her to move the sight. When I think back now, all the 10s were left. Everything. I've seen a lot of lefts today. That's just the eyes changing through the 15-20 minutes they've been at here now.
So Mike shooting first with 86 points.
2-point lead to Shaft.
They've changed the target face for Schlusser. And for Shaft, so that gives them
left 9 for Shaft.
Gives them a feeling of a fresh start.
Mikey looking up and shaking his head, going, what?
10.
That's better.
Yeah, it's a frustrating match for Mike.
That's a 10.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. It's a big money match for these guys. They've both got, the €4,000 first prize, plus both companies are probably about going to match that at least. So it's a good day payday. When you're a professional, difference between winning first and second is a lot of money. So they will want to win this massively, both of them.
It's a great warm-up for the Vegas shoot, which is big money.
There's so many different pots of money in Vegas. You've got the Vegas shoot money, you've got the World Indoor Cup money as well. So I think and Shaft will love to be the one to stop the Hansen-Schlosser domination of the big events the last 12 months.
Yes.
Both of them, both Stefan Hansen and Mike Schlosser, they've been going over to the US and competing and winning. So nice to come over to Europe and
do the same.
Take one over from them.
Return the favour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because US compound archery really had led the way all the way for the early years, and then the rest of the world's kind of caught up.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the Americans had nowhere to go. They were already at perfect.
When you're first, you can only look down at who's chasing you, and that's what motivates you. You're only as good as your opponents. So it pushes them. So it's good that the rest of the world's pushing the US archers. It makes them train harder, and they certainly responded last year.
Possible 10 for Mike. And Shaft get this top place. There we go. So 2 hours left. 3-point game.
10.
Great shot.
So that's Mike's last arrow of Nîmes.
That's how you win it. There's the last arrow. Shaft looks very happy with himself there. It meant a lot to him.
Excellent.
The mental game just to beat Mike.
Yes.
Knowing what you've got to do to beat Mike.
And that could be a repeat.
Not easy. Yeah.
In Vegas. And it could be a repeat in Yankton if those guys qualify for the finals.
Absolutely. So 147 to 143 for Mike. Big, big win for Shaft. I think the crowd could believe it every time that Mike shot a 9 then, but he's still celebrating like he won. So that concludes the compound matches for 2018. So Chris Shaft and Natalia Addieva both crowned champions.
There was 230 archers for the compound men.
Yeah.
So Chris Shaft toppled a lot of them.
Yes.
So a change of target face.
Change of bow style.
And a change of the format. Now we'll return back to the set system. In our picture at the moment, that's Olivier, who is the creator of this tournament here in Nîmes. And it's only we've had two indoor world championships held here in Nîmes, 2003 and 2014.
We've got some gymnasts and some people with some t-shirts. So, crowd getting some prizes and presents from all the sponsors. Got to mention the sponsors, Chris, because without sponsors, these events just wouldn't happen. And
definitely, I mean, we're indebted to them, to be honest.
Yeah. Nîmes is very lucky. It has a great regional sponsorship from near the city, from the local transportation company, and also from Nîmes Metropole. So, without these type of things, we just couldn't do these shoots, you know.
No, there's a lot that goes into putting on something like this. There's many, many volunteers. There's great support from the local clubs, from the National Federation.
Yeah.
And obviously the local organiser has the dream and the wish and the energy to do this. It's a lot of late nights.
Absolutely. We also need to mention, Hoyt, Easton, Win, Doinka, Stan, Trueball, Axel, Matthews, Arc System, Prime, SSA and Araya as well. All major sponsors of this championship. People getting some hats out there now. Coach from Elite, very happy their man just won, so they're giving out loads of hats. So, coming up in the recurve men, we're going to see some impressive guys. We have Kim Jae-hyung, Brady Ellison, Han Jae-sik, and Steve Hujab.
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 Olympic gold medalists. We had London 2012 gold medalist Oh Jin Yuk, And then we had the Rio 2016 Olympic gold medalist, Ku Bon-chan.
Yes.
So they were both shooting, and they made it to the quarter-finals, I understand.
Bo-chan went out in the last 16.
Uh-huh.
Yep, he went out earlier. I'm just trying to find the match. Yep, he lost.
But at one point in the quarterfinals,
Oh, no, he lost to Han in the quarterfinals.
We had 5 Korean men in the quarterfinals. A bit outnumbered, really.
Yeah, but Brady Ellison was on fire yesterday. Brady's path to the final was more than impressive.
Which he needed to be, because he has got absolutely no qualification points for the finals in Vegas. He was supposed to go to Marrakesh, and his wife was unfortunately sick, so they didn't travel. And then had all the intentions to go to Bangkok to get some points, and then didn't travel because his passport was ripped by, I think it was the check-in desk.
Check-in desk, and they wouldn't let him travel.
So damaged passport, you're not allowed to travel.
Yep.
So then pressure was on for him to come to Nimes. It's probably the hardest one to qualify points at, to try and have an effort to qualify for the finals in Vegas.
Yep. So Brady shot. Well, his standard here is absolutely great. He has a 1 hour shoot-off in the first round, actually, against a gentleman from Spain.
So it could have all ended right there, but...
and they both shot 10s in the shoot-off. And then the next match, he shot 119 for 12 arrows. Then he shot against a Gay D from Korea, where he shot 150 for 5 sets.
I watched that match, it was so impressive.
Absolutely unbelievable.
There was nothing the Korean could do. I think he only dropped 1 arrow.
And then in the semi-finals against Mr. Kim, he shoots 149 out of 150. So he shot a 299 for 30 arrows there in succession.
But we're going to start with the bronze, and it will be 2 Koreans that face off with each other. 20th seed, Mr. Han Yeop, and 7th seed, Kim Jae-hyung. Top seed in the recurve men was Schaff Venderberg, shooting amazing 5.97.
Yes.
The cut 32nd place was taken by Tom Hall, who scored 5.78.
Yep.
There were 6 people that actually had 5.78, so we had a 6-way shoot-off.
Wow.
6 people shooting for 4 places, so that was incredible.
That is high.
But what happened to Chef, actually, our top seed? He lost.
His teammate, Steve Rijo, knocked him out.
So Steve Wiley knocked him out.
Steve Wiley knocked him out, yeah.
The newcomer
in the 1/8.
The World Cups outside last year, winning in Shanghai. So again, we return to the set system.
So one of them's got Ojinek as his coach.
That's quite a handy mentor to have in the corner.
What a coach.
All shooting for Hyundai Steel.
Yep.
So basically a bunch of teammates here supporting each other. Nice to see.
Ojinek, who made the final last year, he didn't win it. Charles did, didn't he? Oh.
Just some
of the clock.
Issues with the timing system. While that gets corrected, the match will be held. So you'll see those 2 TV screens in the middle of the field of play. That has the athletes' names and also the timer, which is currently showing a red light.
Yep.
So the technicians are working on the scoring and timing system.
Yep.
And this is part of it, really. These things can happen in the match. You just
I know,
keep
it's
your
tough
focuses.
if you're waiting to shoot your first arrow, isn't it? The one guy's all right. He's already shot his.
Juste avec les filles, juste avec les filles, juste avec les filles. 3 à 2 là. Ah, c'est drôle comme cri, les filles. Les garçons, 3 à 2 là. C'est un autre style. Non, les filles, je sais pas, moi je plaisante. Vous avez des voix exceptionnelles, les filles.
So the line judge is just talking with the technicians.
Voilà, vous auriez pu faire mon terrain.
Explaining the system to the athletes.
C'est bizarre, les filles, c'est mieux là. Alors, il y a pas trop qu'essayer d'expliquer aux Coréens, je vous dis. C'est super. Allez, on y va.
So just rebooted the system.
Yep, so here we go. He's off now, and he's letting his clock tick down. You need to get going.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, he waited a long time for that.
Good support from the crowd.
He looks quite young, AJ up.
I'm not sure if he was the one that beat Oh Jin-yuk last time in the final. Not last year, but a couple of years before.
Oh, yeah. No.
So again, the right. Just correct the sight a little. Nicely anchored on the face. Tip of the nose, side of the chin. Deep hook on the fingers. Moves through to execution.
Very strong. Not very... He didn't look Korean when he shot. That is.
So going low.
Yeah.
The 27, that's not usual for indoor scores at all.
But because it sets, it's
Yeah.
not the end of the world.
No, so he can just write off that first set, and if he was to come back with a 30 in the second set, then he's really back in the match.
Yeah. So a little delay there because of the timing system. So hopefully he finds his groove now. Coach having a little bow. Who was he?
Oh no, he was the national coach for France back in, I think it was 2007.
Oh, right.
So Mr. Han will start the match this time and try to open up his bank account in this match. Excellent shooting after such a disappointing start.
That's better, isn't it? He's in now. As I said, it doesn't matter that he got 27. Because he's just shooting for this set.
Can wipe it clean and continue.
Nice shot, look at that.
Nothing moving on the grip hand. Keeping that front arm going through the 10.
Like the ladies, they're not keeping up with each other.
The timing is considerably slower compared to the ladies.
Yeah.
They're certainly aiming more.
So that 10, depending on the liner, it looked low to me, but...
So unofficially we have 2 set points each.
Yeah.
I'll look at that 1 hour of Mr. Kim.
Some interesting watching how the athletes interact with the coaches. The hand is very looks more serious, yeah, a little more tense, where Kim, he's kind of chilled out, isn't he?
Yeah, different personalities.
Very.
But they have a good rapport with each other.
Yes.
They'll go out for dinner together, they'll train together. So Mr. Kim's arrow was upgraded, so
yes.
Now it's 3 set points to 1.
3-all, so he got his 29. Nice.
Some babies crying out in the audience. Our youngest fans.
Sport for all and all ages.
Yes.
So,
These are really impressive 10s, he's really close to the centre.
Yeah, he's really sorted himself out. He wasn't quite sighted in, he had to stand there that bit of time, didn't he? And when you're just desperate to get shooting, you get stopped. Oh, there's a 9.
Which is what Mr. Han probably needs right now, just to catch up.
Oh, there we go.
Brilliantly, excellent. So now he's caught up. This will be a sighter for Mr. Kim for the 4th set. Following shortly.
Mr. Kim shot 592 in qualification.
That's only dropping 8 points.
And shot 584, 20th seed.
That's the thing, you can qualify very well in the qualification because it's a rhythm shooting, and then come to the head-to-heads, you're not necessarily the same level.
Absolutely. So he beat Thomas Koenig in the first round, 7-1, shooting 430 ends. So yeah, he saved his 10s, didn't he? Then he beat another Mr. Kim Bogman from Korea. 7-1 again. And then he beat Ku Bokan.
2016 Olympic gold medalist.
On a 10 against a 10, so...
Long hold from Kim.
Yeah, but he gets his 10.
But it was worth it. It's a lot slower match compared to the ladies.
It does, it seems slow. What we've got is, you know, it's three set points each, set number 4, so no one's going to win or lose. But if you can get the 5 points, you know you're at least in a shoot-off. Very purposeful shooting, isn't it, with most of them?
Yeah, the screen for the audience is above the target, so sometimes the athletes are looking above the targets to see where their arrow landed.
10, 10, 10.
Nice.
And 10, 29.
So Han, after catching up to 3-all, Kim pulls away again with a 2-point win for that set to lead 5 set points to 3.
So Han has to win
The 5th and final set to force a tie break.
Yeah, he can't afford a draw. Can't afford to lose. He's got to win.
So the 5th and final set for this bronze medal match.
Han leads off with a great 10. That's what he has to do. Nice. Really tight technique, isn't it? When he shoots.
So maybe they're smoothing out now because it's been a bit scrappy at the beginning of this match.
There we go, 10 again. He's like, it'll do, it's a 10.
That was good follow through.
The most he could have done.
So all eyes on Kim to shoot the last arrow. Will it be a 10 or a 9? 10 to obviously win.
There we
And
go.
he gets it.
So, when you said Kim was a bit scrappy, he shot 149 for his 15 arrows. A lot of lines.
It didn't look smooth compared to the compound.
He was working them, wasn't he?
For the Korean ladies. Exhibition stuff.
That's, yeah. Wish my scrappy days were 149s.
Yes, I totally agree.
No, that was... He did look, Kim looked really at ease, very confident.
So a quick pose for the cameras.
Yep, OG Next just diving in there. Yeah, I'm here.
Good moment for all.
So that was our bronze match.
So, one more match left of this fantastic afternoon session of international archery. We're here in Nîmes, France, the third stage of the World Archery World Cup 2018. All athletes here playing for prize money, for prizes. They had the secondary tournament early this morning for the amateurs.
We've had last chances, we've had secondaries, junior finals.
Yes. Masters.
Yep.
So it's been a good collection of everything for everybody.
Some fantastic prizes given out as well this morning to the winners of the junior divisions. Winners all get bows. Second place will get arrows and stabilizers, and all down to these fantastic, as mentioned before, these fantastic sponsors this event gets.
And it does make a huge difference if you've got a bow or a collection of arrows. It does help finances in a big way.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have one match left. It's the men's gold medal final. Recurve. A bit of a battle here. You've got the... You call Brady a veteran? The veteran. Yes, he's been around a long time.
I don't think he's too young to be a veteran.
Highly experienced Brady Ellison against the new guy on the block.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly broke out last year at the World Outdoor Cup, the Hyundai World Cup in Shanghai, where he tore up the draw and got to the final and then won. It shocked the Koreans somewhat. So, yeah, new kid on the block, very talented. Held an arrow amazingly long yesterday in his shoot-off, and it ended up being a 10. I mean, it's astounding how long he can hold. I wouldn't advocate that at home.
They're just so strong, those boys from the Netherlands. But he's taken some names here on the way to the final. The guy doesn't do it. Just listen to this. So he beats Nîmes champion, Olympic silver medalist, and World Cup medalist, Jean-Charles Volodon in the first round. 6-4, yeah. Then he takes out Chef Vandenberg, his teammate and highly experienced #1, yeah, 4th in the Olympic Games, 6-4. Not content with that, I'm now going to take out Ojinek, 2012 Olympic champion, 6-4.
Consistent.
He's been slaying all the way to the final, and Brady's just been shooting 10, so this could be... Hopefully we get some good stuff here now.
We started his indoor season a bit late, but certainly started it with fire.
Yeah.
Coming to the Nimes final here, he's qualified for the US team for the World Indoor in Yankton.
Yep.
And of course he'll be expected and will want to go to Vegas.
Yep.
To do both the Vegas shoot and the Indoor World Cup final.
So Brady's shooting first.
A little high there.
Yeah.
Bit of a surprise there to the audience.
Yeah, interesting.
So Steve's gone high as well.
Yeah.
I really do like how Brady's fingers stay on that string. They do not move at all.
That's just something that happens. It's not really teachable. Much better. Brady. Great shot. So Ellison on aluminiums. Is he the first recurve we've seen with them today? I think so.
In the seniors, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The oldest argument in archery. Oh, aluminium's better indoors.
Well, I mean, I think if your shot's good, it's going to go in the 10, whether it's a wide diameter or a narrow diameter. Obviously, carbons travel very, very fast.
Yeah.
That's what they're built for, to be light and to fly through the air at long distances and be quite accurate.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, actually, a compound shooter shoot their X10s indoors yet. I would be interested to see what they come out with.
I just don't think they've got the
I'm
guts.
sure they've done that at home in practice, so they all know secretly what they get, but...
Yeah, it's
C'est le deuxième volet. Destination du Jarvis, c'est Wally Davison qui va.
So Brady's, yeah, veteran is probably too strong a word because he's still quite young, but he's shot for a very long time.
yes.
First Olympics.
He's been to 3 Olympics.
Yeah, Beijing was the first one. Those with experience, Butch Johnson, legendary. And it's just amazing how he still comes every year, how he stays motivated.
10.
Yeah, so 10 years on the circuit now, Brady minimum.
Ooh.
Oh, that was wild.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension in his shot.
Yeah,
He does
looks
look
back
very...
at Chef there. Nice. So Brady in control of this set.
That's better from Steve.
Yeah.
Brady should take on this opportunity to take this set. It does.
There we go. Brady's in the groove now.
Just to punish Steve Weiler a bit for that 8. You can't do that in finals, and certainly not against an archer of the caliber of his opponent. Still, all is not lost. That's the 3rd set.
Yeah. No, second, end of second. So.
It's because they tied it
3-1.
Beg your pardon.
3-1 to Ellison now.
Two hands. Ready by 3-2-1 against Steve Weiler. Alors on va rappeler, pendant quelques instants, on va rappeler à nos amis spectateurs qu'on a une 5e partie de squad avec encore un arc à vous faire gagner. On a encore des cadeaux. Donc après cette finale, ne bougez surtout pas.
I don't think there's a lot for their coaches to say here. It's just to, they're so experienced. They know what they need to do and how to correct anything.
So, not his fun fact of the day is so far every recurve match has gone 5 sets.
It's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Giving the spectators their money's worth.
Yeah. So every match we had 2 shoot-offs so far to them as well. So both been excellent. That's better. We don't want to see any more of those reds.
Nine.
Yeah, they didn't look good.
Yeah, the slightest bit of tension is going to cause any arrows, particularly something like an aluminium arrow that's very heavy. It does punish you.
Yes. So.
I mean, they're great things to shoot indoors.
9 again.
But when you shoot them well, they reward you. But
yeah.
If you're a bit tentative, there's a chance here for Steve.
There we go. 10-10-10. Much better from Steve. He's a real fighter in matches.
Fist pump with his teammate Chef.
Yeah.
Back in the game.
Yeah. Brady with a 10.
That should give him some confidence for the next set.
Yeah. So, 3 points each. We're guaranteed 5 sets.
Again, perfect.
I don't know, there is, being out there as a coach, you've got to know your athlete. Some like to be distracted, they don't want to think about the last thing they want to talk about is their archery. Some like to just be reminded of the process of the shot. Sometimes you just need to remind them that the match ain't over. You know, you can be, 4-0 down, and next thing you know, we're 4-all. In the compound matches, it is a bit tougher if there's a big gap, but you'd still want to. People can make mistakes, things can go wrong. A big tennis man yourself, Chris, you've seen it when it's 2 sets up, match point, next thing you know, it's a 5-set.
And you've lost.
4-hour marathon. Yeah.
It's a funny thing, sport. It can be very rewarding, but it can really be heart-wrenching at times.
Yeah. You just think, why? There we
but
go.
It
Brady
makes you
back
stronger.
in. Yeah,
it makes
Brady
you stronger.
back in the middle. Right dead punch, centre punch.
A long hold.
Yeah.
But it pays off.
Strong, isn't he?
Match 10 for 10.
I first saw him at the Junior Europeans in 2016, and he won that easily.
I mean, both of these athletes would have suffered heartache as well as absolute achievement, so it makes you stronger. But it's glorious now to see these guys hitting the centre. This is what the crowd want.
Yeah.
Just watching Brady's elbow dropping there.
There we go, 3 10s for Brady.
To do the execution.
Ooh, yep, that's good. It's good. It's good. It's there. I've already written down 30-30 on my notepad. Let's hope I'm right.
Well, let's see. Well, we're quite a distance away, so let's see what the judge comes out with. Who's right there? Some work for him to do.
But, just talking about 10 years, Brady. How many times has he won the World Cup final? 4? And that seems to be his event. Every year he turns up, he's in the medals.
And he did well last year in Rome. He got to the...
He was second.
He got to the finals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the finals did not go to plan.
No, they didn't.
But that is how it goes. He shot his arrows, and it didn't work that day.
Yeah, but he shot amazing to get to the final.
He did. Yeah, his semi-final was brilliant.
Absolutely outstanding. But Wu Jin in the final was just on another level. But Lausanne was second. What did he win, Lausanne? He was up there again.
Yeah, one Lausanne.
Denmark. Oh, I was right. 30-all.
So it's 4-all.
Yeah. So in Denmark, Chef should have beaten him, shouldn't he? But it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was very, very tight. I mean, these guys know each other quite well.
Yeah.
For sure, there's the head-to-head count on the website, but it still doesn't mean anything. That's past. It's what happens in the present.
We just shot 10 10s and 2 8s. And Brady's shot 8 10s so far, but 4 9s. So they've shot exactly the same number of points, same on set points. Set
a different
number
combination.
5. Set number 5. Let's see what we can do. Brady leading off, needs a 10. Nice start. Does look a bit high. Nice 10.
Brady is obviously the current world record holder at this. Yeah. A magic 5.99.
Great shot. Is that Marrakesh?
He did do that in Marrakesh, 90.
The end of 16. So Ellison needs to put this in the 10. Doesn't want to make life easy for Steve. That'll do. Great 10 there from Brady.
Now hopefully we'll be treated to another shoot-off.
Yeah.
A long hold from Steve. Away it goes.
10, 10, 10. So, Chef gives him a fist pump, looks across. Brady waiting on a judge's decision.
He's taking his hand off the bow, but they're still not sure. Is that in or out?
I'm sure it's out.
He's got the light and the magnifying glass to be sure. And it's awarded to Steve Weiler from the Netherlands. Wins Nîmes 2018.
Oh. Wow. He's had a rise to the top in the last 12 months.
Applauded by Brady.
So, (13 10s to 8s). And he beat Valadon, Vandenberg, Oginek and Brady to win that title.
That's a good VIP list to have
That's
eliminated, isn't it?
A real list of scalps, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bright future for both of them.
Fantastic. So, quick summary of our champions today. So we set off with the ladies compound, which saw Natalia Adeyeva beat Yezin Bostan of Turkey in a tense final. Edge of your seat stuff, but Adeyeva edged her out 143 to 141. Andrea Marcos and Sarah Shunson contested the bronze, which Marcos won on the shooter.
Which was one of your picks, I have to comment on.
Been pretty good today. Been pretty good today. Then we moved on to the ladies recurves, where we had Sim Yi and Surin Kim, Kim Surin and Sim Yi. Great match, which saw Miss Kim beat Miss Sim on a 1 hour shoot-off, 5 sets, with Lisa Unrau of Germany taking the bronze. Men's compound saw Chris Schaff beat Mike Slozzer,
which was a pick for many.
Yeah, fantastic bronze win from Paul Tedford with the match shoot of the day with a stunning 149 as well. And then the men's compound there, men's recurve, sorry. Steve Weijab defeated Brady Ellison. So fantastic days shooting and matches from Nimes.
So they're setting out the podium now for the victory ceremony. So stay with us and they'll see the athletes get awarded their prizes. As I said, this is one of 4 stages. It is an open entry for all you guys that are sitting at home. Take up your bow, come to one of these tournaments and see how you fare against everybody else. Shoot 60 arrows. Top scorers get through, top 32 for those that don't make the main draw. There are other tournaments for you to be able to shoot in to qualify prizes. So as John said earlier, there's bows, there's arrows up for grabs. There's exhibition stands here to try out new equipment, to ask any questions to the suppliers, to the manufacturers, get those selfies and autographs of the top archers of the world.
So yeah, we saw some great finals there again, Chris, today. So a lot of people here going to be attending the World Indoor Championships in Yankton, World Indoor Cup finals in Las Vegas. It's a busy month, February, for many titles to be won. And
that's the beauty of the indoors, because I mean we are an outdoor sport traditionally, but you know, the weather doesn't always allow us to shoot all year round or all the way around the world. So the indoors is a great way of a different format. bringing all together to be able to shoot.
Yeah. They've got a big show to follow in Yankton after the Standard of Finals here, and the arena they built here in 2014, and then
in Ankara,
the incredible venue they produced there.
Some great performances there. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if people are able to defend their titles and meet that expectation. And I think Chris Schaff is certainly one to watch out for. Absolutely. In Yankton. Yeah. Never discredit Brady Ellison. I mean, for sure he'll be wanting a home victory there.
Yep.
And there's some comeback at Queens.
Mary Zorn.
Was Mary Zorn, but
Mary Ham.
Yes, so she's making a comeback and shooting in the compound division. She was the first compound lady to shoot 1400.
Yeah. Well, she was world indoor champion in 9.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, world champion in 9.
So it's there's to be some interesting names. For not as many entries as they are here, because you're only allowed to send 3 in each category, and then you have to be on the national team.
Yeah.
But either way, it's going to be a quality field, and of course they're all wanting to fight off to call themselves world champion.
Yes.
So the stage is set for our victory ceremony. The athletes are being lined up. Some of the local archers and the kids are on the sides with their targets to get the autographs.
Oh, the autograph hunters here are amazing.
And they've already confirmed their dates here for Nîmes next year.
Okay.
And you can find those on the World Archery website. And all information on the Indoor World Cups and the Outdoor World Tournaments. And certainly this will be recorded, so you can relive those matches. You can analyse them at home. Put it on in your club, and then you can shoot to it.
Worth watching. I've been sent pictures today of people with it on iPads and stuff while they've been training or in competitions. So people follow this all around.
Those places to be able to comment on Facebook and Twitter. Our media team do a great effort in getting those interviews with the athletes, and you'll see that there's some fun videos on our website throughout this weekend. Different interviews and how they've been training.
So, good thing about the prize giving here is the sponsors and get to give out a lot of the awards. I think I first came to Nîmes in 2001. You come the year before me or same year? Maybe in 2000 actually. 2001 I think we first came.
Yeah, 2001 was the first time I shot here, I believe. Yeah. But it's a tournament that's been going on for 21 years. I was saying to Naomi earlier, I met one of the ladies. She's in her 70s, and she's been dishing the tea and coffee and the sandwiches here. And she loves it. She lives for this every year. She says, as I get older, I get tired, and it's harder and harder, but I love it. The volunteers are great here. And it's a great community that puts this event on, and it just gets better and better every year. I mean, with the light effects, the music, the commentators that they've got, the prize money that they're putting up, the sponsors that they're getting supported of, and the actual look of the whole venue. I mean, this is a handball venue.
Yes.
But it's not built for archery by any means of the imagination, but they transform it so well.
A lot of work.
And it's very clean. So quite a few of the future organisers, past and present, have been here to have a look as an example of what show production is all about. Yes. And how to put on a finals venue, and how to how to put one of these things on so smoothly and cater for that amount of athletes.
I was absolutely shocked when we came here in 2014 for the World Indoors, and that wall there's actually another tiered seat.
Yes, so but
I couldn't believe it.
Yes, when you look at the targets now, and behind that there's another tier of seats, and so they shot the other way. They turned the whole thing 90 degrees to shoot towards where the athletes came in. That was a great World Championships.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember Ida Oman came out there and won.
Shot amazing. I think they're nearly ready.
There's still some weeks and months left in the indoor season. Normally we typically wrap up the indoor season the end of March, and that's where people start to change to the outdoor setup and start getting used to 50 metres for compound, 70 metres for recurve, because those are the World Games and Olympic Games distances that we shoot. Of course, there's still the 1440 round where men shoot 90 metres, 70 metres, 50 and then 30 metres. Women shooting 70, 60, 50 and 30. And you're basically outside all day. That separates the men from the boys shooting at 90 metres. And the good thing is you don't know who you're going to be on the target with. You can shoot with former champions, you can shoot with people that have been shooting for a year. It's a good chance to mix and meet new people, make friends. There's a huge community out there.
Well, there's people just, during the qualifying stages here, people who just come to watch certain targets, and they stand behind Mike Schlosser because they want to see that perfect. And there's a dozen, 25 people behind Mike just with binoculars on every arrow the guy shoots.
And one thing I like is because it was here when he did the 600, and it was just how all of his rivals will still watch and support him, and then as soon as he landed in that last arrow, they're all coming up, giving him handshakes and hugs.
Massive respect.
Absolutely, it's a good camaraderie between all the athletes. So we'll clean the field of play now. Ready for our first medal ceremony. This will be the compound women.
Here we go.
The athletes are now on the field of play. A wealth of experience out there on the field of play. Those athletes certainly will be eyeing up the World Indoor Championships. And of course the Hyundai Archery Outdoor World Cup.
Absolutely. All these guys have been on podiums multiple times.
So from Spain we have Andrea Marcos.
Never stop smiling.
Yeah, that's one arch I can definitely say. You can look at it and you can see she enjoys shooting. She enjoys her time out there.
Great medals, by the way, this year.
Lovely, yeah, they are very
absolutely nice. Great medals. Good, decent size and weight.
Yes. So well, for all the work they do.
And easy to get home on your plane, on the plane.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than receiving something that you're not going to get on a plane these days.
Or something glass.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. But no, they've got checks and medals here. Silver medalist goes all the way from Turkey, Yeşim Bostan.
That silver medal collection's getting quite big now.
One day,
sure she will win one soon.
One day it'll turn. You just got to keep knocking on the door, being patient, and eventually those losses will turn into wins.
Yeah. Just needs one to go away.
But a great prospect and addition to the world of compound women.
Yeah.
It's gaining strength, it's gaining depth. Obviously there's Sarah Lopez that's been dominating. She's been out there. Didn't turn up here this time. It's quite hard for people in Colombia. Yeah, it's quite hard for her to do the indoors. They don't typically do that in Colombia.
Ladies and gentlemen, for gold medal will be presented by GAR Vice President Christian Bastide, and the gift will be presented by SSA representative Frédéric Deliden.
Gold medal, Nîmes 2018 compound women's winner.
There we go, a smile, Natalia there, big smile. She was very serious then, and they concentrated on when to get onto the podium at the right time, but no, there we go, great win.
Great win from Natalia Avdieva from the Russian Federation.
So it was a really tense match.
She's gained her points both in Bangkok and in here, so she'll be one of the favourites for the World Cup final in Vegas.
Yeah. Nice medal. She's sending it
very proud.
Yeah. And a cheque for €4,000.
That will come in handy.
Yeah.
I wonder what she'll spend it on. So now we will prepare for the Recurve Women's medal ceremony. Which was a very quick and efficient affair.
Yes. So Lisa managed to stop the clean sweep of the podium by winning ugly. As we said, you can't always win beautiful, but she ground out a win for the bronze. And we were treated to a fantastic gold medal from Kim and Sim, who just, like a pair of big heavyweight boxers, just were feeling each other out. Round for round, look at me, I can go closer than you. And yeah.
So Lisa Unruh from Germany takes bronze here in Nimes.
Yeah, third place.
Silver medalist from Rio 2016.
She would be one of my tips to be World Indoor Champion. Yeah, big tip there. You know, compound men and stuff, it's so hard to even give yourself a list of less than 10, but in the Recurve women who are going out there, you know Lisa's going to be in the mix.
And joining her on the podium for the silver medal. So Sim Yi from Korea was the top seed, almost had it.
I've seen her on the tour now for 4 years at least for this. She's actually come up because the first few years she was out, she wasn't really challenging for the podium, so she's improved over her 4 years of doing the World Indoor Cup considerably.
There we go. Yeah.
So you medal round.
Well done. Thanks very much for that.
Good coach.
gold medalist and winner of the Recurve Women's title here from Korea, Kim Soo-rin.
Okay, so as we said, great final, winning on a 10 in the shoot-off. Really solid all the way through the matches. 150 is something special for 5 sets with a recurve bow.
Upsets the top seed.
And a nice little check for her, €4,000.
Not bad. Those are medalists, the Recurve women for 2018 here in Nîmes.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will be back again next year.
So that's our ladies' ceremonies done. Compound men will be coming out next, I presume. 2 US archers in the top 3. They're back. I want to say they're back in compound.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medal represented by Nîmes Metropole, presented by Catherine Rocco, and the gift to be presented by Bono.
So just announcing the victory ceremony presenters to the audience.
Yep.
Our 2 announcers here doing a great job in French and English for everyone to understand.
So 3rd place, Paul Tedford. Great result for Paul, as I said. He's been on the indoor circuit for many years. The level he shoots at is amazing, but for him to be on a podium, I think it's really well deserved. And
that was an excellent
He was trying his hardest to give us a 150, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah. Yeah. Great shooting from Paul Tedford, and a nice 3rd place.
For sure he'll be there for Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's in Vegas.
And then our silver medal. All the way from the Netherlands, known as Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mike Schlusser will be disappointed with his shooting in the finals, considering it was building up great. But takes on board the podium with smiles. You can't win them all.
He dropped more points in the final than he did in the rest of the weekend.
Qualification.
But it still came 2nd. And the shooting to get there was stuff that no one else can compete with.
Very popular with our fans out there.
He's such a nice bloke.
He is.
And he's got time for everyone. And to do what he's achieved. And you talk to him and he's humble and he deserves everything, when he wins.
His parents do support him. They travel around sometimes to watch him, and they're very relaxed as well.
Yeah.
Great family.
His dad's a good shooter.
Yes, his dad is a very good shooter. So he should have been here shooting. But
there we go, Chris Schaff. Oh, struggled onto the podium. Oh well.
He's going to have to get used to climbing on that podium.
Yeah. Yeah, no, great shooting for Chris Schaff. As you said, a lot of people watch out for Schaff this weekend.
He was one of the picks.
And I love how he shoots. I like watching him shoot a bow. And well deserved, Chris. He shot amazing to get in the final. And the mental challenge of shooting against Roger, and he was up to it.
Yeah, you really got to bring your A game against him, haven't you? You can't be sloppy.
Yeah.
That's a good picture.
No.
Who will be the Vegas and World Indoor Champion from that crew?
I can give you a list of 20 guys.
That's true.
I can give you a list of 20 and might still miss the winner.
That's probably one to take online for our social media fans. Start discussing who do we think is going to win.
The World Indoor Cup, Las Vegas, and the World All-In Championship, all in 9 days of each other.
And Charlotte and Chris Schaff could do all three. I don't know if anyone's done all three. That's quite a hard one. Mike might have been.
Rio do it in 12.
Not consecutive.
He won the World Indoors the week before Vegas. And he might have, I think he won Vegas as well. He had an incredible week. Yeah.
On a final medal ceremony, here is the recurve men.
Yeah.
This is a good mixture.
Yes. He shot a shabby 149 with it.
with carbonara. So Kim Jae-hyun.
It looks hard work.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, he's solid performance there. Nice third place, little check for his work this weekend.
And it's good to see the Koreans supporting the indoor circuit because it's great mental preparation and match practice.
Yes.
For your outdoor game. Because I know quite a few national Olympic committees do not fund the indoor circuit for their athletes, which is a great shame because indoors is a great way of match practice. Because it's harder to win those matches. The matches are a lot closer, so it helps your mental strength tremendously.
Massive. Do you agree with that?
So silver medalist from USA, a massive
solid performance from Brady.
Support from all the fans. Brady Ellison, very popular here.
Always in the mix. You'll always pick him to be up there or thereabouts. And Brady knows how to deliver on the big stage.
And he's gathered those much needed points to qualify for the final in Vegas.
Yeah. €1,300 for second place.
It's not what you wanted, but that's what you got.
Afford some gel for his hair.
Better luck next time. I'm sure he'll be.
He'll be disappointed, but Steve Widger, the Destroyer, I'm going to call him.
Yeah, breakthrough act.
Sure, John Stanley will come up with a better nickname. Because this guy just took everybody out to win. You've got to give him that. He beat everyone.
Steve Weiler from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
A great prospect for the future. A great addition to Team Netherlands, who have always produced good archers.
Strong archers.
And they're certainly a team to be watching out for building up to Tokyo 2020.
Yeah.
Because Korea, Team USA, they've always been very strong in the Olympic Games, in the team events, but we should be looking at Italy and certainly Netherlands here.
That is fuel for many for the way home.
Absolutely. That's been another great year, and it didn't seem that long.
No.
Since we were here in 2017.
I know. Goes so quick now. Brilliant. No, great finals, great performances. Enjoyed it again.
Absolutely, a great prospect. Well done to the juniors and to all the athletes that have competed here in Nîmes 2018.
Yep.
We've thoroughly enjoyed commentary for you. We hope you've gained something from it and the athletes have inspired you to pick up your bows and get out there and follow your dreams. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, one and all. And we look forward to seeing you again on our live stream in Vegas and in Yankton and throughout the 2018 season.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
Thank you very much, John, for joining me.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. And goodbye from us.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye now.